veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
There's 10 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And so it's Toronto winning this one. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, and just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
And that about wraps it up.
Plenty of time left. It's okay. They wanted it more. Yo, can you give me a pair of the Chicago Wolves? Where we are tonight, FD. Road to the finals is a lot easier if you win this one.
And an opportunity for these guys to get loose, find the rain. Hey everybody, we're coming to you live on 2K Sports. Well, Grant, this is not your average regular season game. These teams are fierce rivals.
Oh, yes they are, B.A. I love playing in these type of games. I mean, the fans are extra loud. The players are fired up. This will be fun.
And despite some of the challenging buildings to play in on the road in the NBA, MP and his team have made it a point to win tough games away from home. Easier said than done in this league.
And maybe his teammates didn't get the message right away. But MP's still out to show that this team can win anywhere, anytime. A win tonight will go a long way toward building up that kind of confidence.
All right, checking out Golden State's opening lineup. Wiggins and Kuminga at the forward. A lot of bounce there. Then there's Stephen Curry. Then there's James Wiseman. And it's Mr. Clutch in at the shooting guard position. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
A bit ago, Mark Dacknault and I were able to chat. We chatted about strategy against Andrew Wiggins, and Coach put it simply. He said, quote, "We just got to stay on him at the arc, on the inside. We can't let him give our defenders the slip. So the defense is going to try to stay as glued to the nimble Wiggins as possible for this one."
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Well, the Thunder will be building a new arena doors right across the street from their current home.
Well, how exciting that the downtown arena is set to open in the 29-30 season with a 25-year lease. This secures the team's long-term future in Oklahoma City. And honestly, B.A., this fan base is so passionate, they deserve it.
Both free throws, good for Kuminga. We played just over a minute here in the first. Outside Little, pass to Topic. Here's Holmgren, guarded by Wiseman. Good work defensively by Wiseman.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Three-pointer. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. This game coming after a loss versus the Raptors.
And guys, it really was a thrilling duel all the way to the end. You hated to see anyone walk away the loser.
I'll tell you, overtime games usually are special, and this one qualified for that. But both teams absolutely gassed at the end.
Well, Doris, Chet Holmgren was one of the more highly touted guys coming into the league in a long time.
He was, BA, and he has lived up to the billing. At that size, to be able to shoot the ball, put it on the deck, be a force at the rim defensively. But maybe his best attribute, he is a tough competitor.
Oh, got that bucket in no time at all. Mr. Clutch has got 5.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Here's Topic. 17 points for him last game against Toronto. Outside, Williams. Holmgren with a screen on Kuminga. 6 on the shot clock. Takes the 3. Branham misses.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Soft touch off the glass. He's got 7.
Boy, it seems like every shot he puts up, it's going in. This guy is hot.
Here's Topic. He's covered by Curry. Pass to Branham. Releases. The Thunder with another miss.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
Mr. Clutch passes to Curry. Williams with it. Kuminga defends. And Williams punches it home.
You can see Jalen Williams' speed on display right there. Gets out to score on the fast break.
There's the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, capturing the moment. .144 left in the opening quarter. Got a piece of it. Here's Branham. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against Toronto.
And let's not forget about the assist. This guy is a playmaker, was a driving force for that offense.
Here's Topic, trailing by 5. Drops in the 3.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Here's Mr. Clutch. He had a 39-point outing in their last game against the Bulls in Chicago. And it's good for 2.
Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over. So it's both. Outside, Williams.
Golden State foul. Number 10. First personal foul. Second team foul.
And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Here's Topic, a dependable player on offense, giving them over 13 a game.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
On the floor for the Warriors, they've got Moody, Trace Jackson-Davis out there with Brandon Pajemski, and it's Santos in at the 4-man position.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot, but better luck next time, maybe.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Pass to Topic. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Perry. And it's all from three-point range. Warriors trail by 13. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. Mr. Clutch. Rebounded by Johnson. Johnson's got his 6th rebound on the night. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Well, Mr. Clutch in their last game against the Bulls was a man on a mission. He had 39 points, and he didn't waste any of his chances, putting up an impressive field goal percentage. His relentless approach has just worn teams out lately. He is winning the battle of wills. Brian?
Yeah, he was unstoppable during certain stretches. It'd be great to see him top that performance tonight.
Well, his team needs him to contribute. When he's on his A game, he just makes play after play.
Well, when you're coming off a game like he had, you know the difference tonight. They're going to load up against him. They're going to try to take him out of his rhythm early.
Holmgren, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Branham comes in for Williams. And the Warriors will go with a different look here. Wiseman, he's checked in for Jackson Davis. Kuminga comes in for Santos. Wiggins, he's checked in for Moody. And it's Stephen Curry in for Pajemski. Outside Johnson. Well, Grant, when the money's on the line, the mid-range is still a big part of the elite player's game.
You're right, B.A. And really, it comes down to touch, obviously. And size certainly helps. And then the savvy and balance to create that space.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
From deep three-point range. And it's Little with a rebound.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
And yep, it's good. Topic has got his 3rd basket on the night right there.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this is simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Pass to Holmgren. Here's Topic. Screen by Holmgren. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Topic has got 9 points in the quarter.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
So it's Oklahoma City now. 29 seconds left in the first half. Pass to Holmgren. Let's go with a 3. The Warriors pull it in. This game coming after a loss versus the Bulls.
It's always hard to get a win on the road, especially when you show zero energy on the defensive end.
One thing you know, Greg, is you've got to pack your defense in the suitcase if you're going to win on the road, and they simply did not bring it.
The officials were right on top of that one.
And the first one at the line is good.
At the line for the Warriors, number 10, 2 shots.
No good on the second free throw. Here's Branham. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And we finished off one half of play. Oklahoma City ahead, up by 15. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Hello, everybody. Maybe a bit of a surprise in this one, but what a fantastic first half we witnessed for the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Their bench came in ready to play. As a starter, that gives you confidence when you have to come off the floor.
Yeah, you know they know the second unit has their backs. Like I've got you guys.
Hard to find a better bodyguard than a 7-foot sheriff. And let's turn our attention now to the Rookie of the Year race.
Acclimating to the league is not that easy. These guys are already accepting the challenges and the rigors of the NBA, and they're crushing it. I'm surprised.
Yeah, I'm curious to see which rookie might take even another step and separate himself from the pack. Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. And so it's Williams with it. He brings it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. 15-point game. They'll take on the Pacers at Gainbridge Fieldhouse after this one. And that'll be their only game on the road before heading back home. Inside, we got Williams and Holmgren. Then it's Nasir Little. Then there's Topic. And it's Branham in at the shooting guard position. That's the group from Mark Daigneault starting the second half. Warriors trail by 17. Curry passes to Wiseman. Now here's Kuminga. Williams defending. Here's Mr. Clutch. 18 points for him. Crafty move. That's miss number 7 out of 14 attempts.
They've had a slight leg up on the boards and a big leg up on the scoreboard.
Williams' shot is good.
Yeah, I mean, Jalen Williams got as great a basketball frame as you could hope for. That's strength right there.
From deep three-point land. Mr. Clutch can't hit. Oklahoma City leading by 19. Pass to Topic. Here's Branham. Here's Little. Nails it from beyond the arc. Little's got 5.
3 straight buckets to start the half. This is how they wanted to come out and execute.
And again, no good by Golden State.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Chet Holmgren makes up for his light frame with aggression. He said, quote, "You don't have to take a second look at me now to know that I'm not the biggest dude width-wise, so I have to hit first. Otherwise, the game's not going to go in my favor when things get physical," unquote. Brian, you agree?
I do, and you can tell he just refuses to back down, Allie. Pure from three-point range.
Looking to find the rhythm he had in the first half. That's now his 4th three-pointer of the game.
To the right side, here's Branham. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Warriors trail by 19. Mr. Clutch. And a miss there on the triple.
Boy, the wheels have definitely fallen off in this quarter. He cannot buy one.
Williams' shot is good. 12 points for him.
Oh, what a nice stroke from the mid-range for Jalen Williams, making you pay.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Off target from three-point range.
He just keeps firing from distance. I know he's trying to heat up, but at what cost? And they're winning despite his poor showing offensively. Some nights, your teammates have to carry you.
Kept alive. Wiseman. And it's Wiseman with the jam.
And just an incredible effort on the offensive glass.
Wow, follows it up with the putback to finish the play. Pass to Branham. Outside, Williams. No good with the triple.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Three-pointer, no good.
Just a little off his game this quarter. He's trying to work his way into a rhythm.
Count it, good. Williams has got 8 here in this quarter. Warriors trail by 21. Lets it go from deep. A nice shot by Mr. Clutch.
Boy, picking up where he left off. His second from distance this half, 5 overall.
The 3. Branham misses.
Boy, at some point you've got to realize there might be a better option standing next to you. This guy has not made one basket in this period.
He got him. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul. Oklahoma City shooting their 7th free throw attempt here.
At the line for 1, Topic.
Oklahoma City. Harry's checked in for Williams. Johnson comes in for Little. And Silva's subbed in for Branham. On the floor for the Warriors. Trace Jackson-Davis out there with Moody. Then there's Brandon Pajemski. And it's Mr. Clutch in it to 1.
Well, what a job. Punching the ball to the interior and finishing in the paint. Nice.
Pass to Moody. Launches a 3. And the Warriors with another 3.
He hit 3 triples in the first half. 3 more since. That's nothing to shrug at.
And here is Williams. Here's Silva. Again gets it to go. He can't miss. 5 for 5.
I thought he might get caught between the pass and the shot, but he makes a great adjustment.
Here's Mr. Clutch. And there's another one for the Warriors. And Williams has got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. And Grant with the 65 games rule for player award.
Oh, big finish! Oh, did you see that?
Boy, you give Jalen Williams any space, and my goodness, he will go to work.
And Steve Kerr calls timeout. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. Will go with a different look here. Wiseman, he's checked in for Farrell. Jonathan Kuminga comes in for Jackson Davis. Andrew Wiggins checked in for Moody. And it's Stephen Curry in for Pajemski. Mr. Clutch can't hit.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
To the paint. Pass to Little. Takes a 3. The Warriors pull it in. Wiseman's got 6 rebounds in the game. And again, no good by Golden State. Oklahoma City leading by 23. Here's Branham. Outside Little. To the wing on the left. Here's Topic. 5 to shoot. Oklahoma City's got to hurry. They got to get up a shot. Little, no good. Golden State has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the fourth quarter. Launches it. He buries it from 3. Mr. Clutch has got 32 points.
Well, the passing ability of Andrew Wiggins on display. And ask anyone, they'll tell you he's a great team guy.
Outside Little. Williams on the wing. 1:50 left to play in the fourth quarter. Tries it from the block. No good off the back of the rim.
Nice work defensively. Meeting him up top and forcing the miss.
Here's Mr. Clutch. No good from outside. Oklahoma City's gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Thunder.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And you look at their record after tonight, 30 wins on the year.
They were well prepared coming in and showed a real competitive streak.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Jalen Williams.
Boy, whatever was needed, he provided it. He was the jack of all trades. Big bucket on one end, big defensive play on the other. I thought his influence was felt all over the floor.
Here's Topic. Warriors with the rebound.
Listen, we know the mid-range game is in this guy's arsenal, but you wonder, should he have moved it just one pass more?
35 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. Outside, Williams. They set the screen. Pass to Little. Here's Branham. And again, Oklahoma City with a triple.
They got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they needed.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Three-pointer. Off the mark. And so it's the Thunder taking care of business in this one. We saw two different teams tonight. One played with confidence, operating flawlessly. The other just looked lost.
And the energy in this building was awesome. The crowd was involved from the jump. And once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see how it all came together.
And that'll do it, folks, for Doris Burke.
Season's not over. Plenty of time left. Hit the shower. Wash it off. These cheeseheads are something else. Let's quiet them down. Facing one of the heavyweights tonight.
The National Basketball Association and the Milwaukee Bucks are committed to a safe and enjoyable sports experience. We therefore ask you to refrain from any discussion of behaviors such as firing foul baskets, using the background doing the court with spectators and games. Behavior are subject to objection and possible penalty. Please report any violations to the nearest usher, security, or arena staff. Thank you, and enjoy the game.
And in the locker room, each guy has been going a Sunday afternoon with the NBA here on, and well over halfway into the season now. GA, how much have the rookies changed since the start of the season?
Kevin, most are completely different players, right? The foundation was there, but they know their role on the team, and it's more about refining their game than learning it.
And now the Golden State Warriors starters. The athletic front court pair, Wiggins alongside Kuminga. Stephen Curry's out there with Mr. Clutch. And it's Wiseman in at the center position.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Outside Jackson. Pass to Robinson. Booker outside. Booker draws the double. Wants to get it to Robinson and does. And a great assist by Booker as that one goes in.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Curry. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. Shot clock at 6. Mr. Clutch. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Damian Lillard. Now, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their second NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, and Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
Now here's Lillard. Really played well against Houston in his last outing.
Beautiful dime from Lillard that time. Good eyes there.
So for Milwaukee, their last game, a win against Houston.
And the bench turned up in that one. Whatever they couldn't get from their starters, they got from the reserves.
Well, you know, you hear about the importance of having depth all the time, bench players that contribute. In last game, their bench came alive.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Booker draws the double. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball.
Jump ball.
And it's the Warriors with the ball. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Here's Mr. Clutch. And again, no good by Golden State.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Fires away from outside. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Mr. Clutch has got 7 points. And Greg, what about MP? For the first time, he's been named an All-Star reserve.
And I couldn't be happier for the young man. He deserves it. A testament to his work ethic. And, man, what a player he's become.
Lillard's passing game, a thing of beauty. Got that ball to a guy who had a quality look and got it to him on time.
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. That's checked in for Jackson. Trace Jackson Davis is checked in for Golden State. The Warriors leading. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Mr. Clutch in their last game against the Thunder put on a show. He scored 35 points and was reliable as ever from distance. Yet another outstanding game for him. He's playing with a ton of confidence and dominating as a result. Guys?
Thanks, David. You know, GA, you wonder how much of that performance can carry over into this one.
You never really know what will happen game to game, but I sure wouldn't bet against him.
No, you can't bet against a guy like that. He looks like he's in a groove, focused, on top of his game. No reason that he can't keep it going. You know, passes like that go a long way. Terrific teamwork.
The Warriors have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Goes up from the top of the key, and there are the Warriors now with another bucket. 1:30 left in the first. Knocks it loose. Curry with it. Lillard picks him up. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Hey, GA, how about Damian Lillard's time in Portland? 11. Doc Rivers has called a timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Farrell's checked in for Trace Jackson Davis.
Number 25, Farrell.
So for the Golden State Warriors right now, they've got Moses Moody, Jonathan Kuminga out there with Farrell. And it's Mr. Clutch. And it's Podziemski in at shooting guard. He gets it in there. Mr. Clutch has got the lead up to 10 now for the Warriors.
Well, this man knows how to handle that rock. Looks like it's part of his body.
Out to the right wing. Here's Livingston. Misses the 3. Golden State's gotten both of their 3-point attempts to go down here in the second quarter. Pass to Podziemski. Here's Mr. Clutch. Driving to the basket. Lofkin with the rebound. The Bucks have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Now Wesley. He's coming off a 10-point game against Houston.
Boy, he was piling up those assists in that one. I mean, every pass seemed to be on time and on target.
Nice tip in there. I mean, he's got like a 6th sense in terms of where the miss is going to go. That is really a talent.
Kuminga, screen on Wesley. Here's Mr. Clutch. Count it. Mr. Clutch has got 4 points this quarter.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
To the middle. Here's Buffkin. Up and in on the layup.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Pass to Mr. Clutch. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts. Bucks trail by 10. Wesley with the ball. Still scoreless. Buries the long-range jumper.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
There's Mr. Clutch, covered by Wesley. 1:53 left in the first half. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Greg, you've been a part of some great contending teams over the years, but what's it like being on a team at the bottom of the standings with not a lot of hope for the regular season?
Well, Kevin, no one likes losing, but it can certainly take a toll. But it can also allow you to play more freely when you know you're bad and you're not having to deal with the pressure of expectation.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. James Wiseman, he's checked in for Farrell. Andrew Wiggins comes in for Moody. And Curry subbed in for Brandon Pajemski. Robinson with the block. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. It's important to remember Damian Lillard was a two-star prospect coming out of high school in Oakland. He says that the doubt I faced, what I found is I have true belief in myself. I poured a lot in and just continued to work. That's why when I struggle, I never waver because I know that I'm true to it. Eventually, I'm going to have my time. Kevin?
I think they call that Dame time. Hey, David, thank you. Clock is at 3. Here's Mr. Clutch, and he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Mr. Clutch has got 18 points.
Seems like he can't miss right now, guys. I mean, completely in the zone this quarter.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Lets it go with a 3. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession.
Well, I think that pass caught him off guard, but he showed us board hands too.
32 seconds left here in the second. Lillard looking around. It's Jackson atop the key. And a miss there on the triple. Warriors leading by 7. Mr. Clutch, the pass to Curry. Here's Mr. Clutch. He had 35 points last game out. Hit by Kuminga. Here's Mr. Clutch. Off target with his 3. And so it's the Golden State Warriors heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And thanks to their outstanding defense, the impact Damian Lillard has had on this game has been minimal. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
Fans, please direct your attention to the center court and get ready for the half.
Hey there, everybody. Shaq says hi. Kenny says hi, too. Yes, we are in the midst of the NBA season and a perfect time.
Well, I think for the Warriors, guess they're playing decent, remaining somewhat competitive. Just feel like this team is stuck right now, unable to.
And looking back on that first half, it certainly hasn't gone as planned for the Bucks.
Where's the intensity?
That is more than enough of a.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. What can you say, Mr. Clutch? An impressive effort here today.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Bucks trail by 7. Jackson is out there with Damian Lillard. Then it's Robinson. Then it's Isaiah Jackson. And it's Booker in at the 3. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Now here's Wiggins. Here's Mr. Clutch. Off target from outside. And Lillard gets double teamed. Booker with no one around. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got 3 assists in the game. And Special K, as good as Damian Lillard can be throughout a game, he definitely takes it up a notch in crunch time.
Couldn't agree with you more, Kevin. He's one of those guys that certainly seems to rise to the occasion and relish in the clutch moments. And his range is in the gym like. I mean, 30 feet away, 35 feet away, he shoots it the same as if it's a mid-range jumper.
And here's Jackson following the 3 from Mr. Clutch. With 3, Booker. Again, the miss by Booker. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Kuminga, screen on Robinson. Mr. Clutch, 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Isaiah Jackson.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. And so Lillard will bring it up for Milwaukee. They trail by 9 points. Jackson kicks to Lillard. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Gotta like that attacking mindset of Lillard. I mean, very confident in his ability to score and finish inside.
There's Mr. Clutch. By Lillard. And Kuminga throws it down.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Curry against Jackson. Left side Jackson. That shot misses. Nice defense from Kuminga. From past the arc. And he gets it to go. No problem on the 3 from Mr. Clutch. And now a 12-point Warrior lead. Inside. And finished off by Robinson.
Head up, scanning the floor, surveying the situation. Lillard makes a terrific feed. Excellent point guard.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. The Bucks have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Dunk by Jackson.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand pull punch.
And the sheer size of Wiseman is hard to deal with inside.
Warriors leading by 16. Setting the floor for the Warriors. Mr. Clutch out there with Pajemski. Then there's Moses Moody. Then it's Trace Jackson Davis. And it's Santos in at the power forward. Here's Bufkin. After the made shot from Mr. Clutch. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. It's blocked. And it's the Warriors on the break. Rebound by Smith. The Bucks shooting one of the high points for them in this game at 54%. Pass to Wesley from deep. Warriors with the rebound. Here's Mr. Clutch. The 3. Rebound by Smith.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter. Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, G.A. He really does put pressure on him.
And, you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
That one falls.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
And we've got a timeout called by Steve Kerr. And that timeout by Coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. A new lineup here for the Bucks. Warriors leading by 17. Here's Mr. Clutch. And it's Wiseman in the corner. Just 5 to shoot. Kuminga, screen on Lillard. Golden State needs to get off a shot. And again, no good by Golden State.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Pass to Jackson. The wing, Booker over Wiggins. No good there off the double clutch.
I wouldn't say that's exactly his spot now. I mean, and you can see why.
Here's Mr. Clutch. An easy 2 points on the layup. Mr. Clutch has got 32 points.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Here's Mr. Clutch. There's the pick. Count it. Mr. Clutch has got 16 here in the second half.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Now here's Lillard. Not a lot of room. And here's Booker from the arc. Again, the miss by Booker. Warriors leading by 21. To the inside. Lillard, the pass to Robinson. Back to Lillard. Jackson finds Booker. Jackson is doubled. Lets it go from deep. And there's Jackson on the assist by Jackson.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Warriors.
We got to see a display of offensive prowess in this one that got it done. High-scoring game.
Bucket after bucket. They were really in attack mode all game long.
And, guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And that next meeting will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a 2-game season series. I think the next game will be hotly contested.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Mr. Clutch.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
So it's the Warriors now, following the bucket by the Bucks. Jackson against Curry. Booker. And the dunk by Booker. 27 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Mr. Clutch. Sinks the triple. Mr. Clutch has got 37.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
Fires it up. Off target. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan.
Right, MP. They can't stop him. Way to bring home that W.
And our next All-Star is MP. No surprise there. This guy's really turning it on the first half of the season, having an amazing season so far.
And the cool thing is, like, he's been especially good when he goes up against other stars.
And you can tell he's got those games circled on his calendar. And I, for one, am proud to call him a brother.
I'm sorry, is he marrying your other sister?
The NBA brotherhood, Toby. You know, the thing that me
Different
and Russ are that you will never be in for as long as you live.
Great. Yes, thank you for bringing it up again.
Anyway, back to MP. This guy's a stud. And I fully expect him to lead a deep playoff run.
Yeah, and he should be pretty fun at All-Star Weekend, too, because this dude, he knows how to put on a show.
True.
What's up, MP? There it is, man. That's the legend.
Welcome to our coverage of the NBA All-Star Game with Greg Anthony and Clark Kelly.
On this town for All-Star Week, there's been a bunch of fun events going on all over the place.
And Greg, it's like that every year. I mean, no matter what city is hosting, it becomes a mecca for everyone who wants to take in one of the greatest scenes in all of sports. Not only to watch the best players, but to be seen by the other stars in the crowd.
On the floor for the West All-Stars, they've got Nikola Jokic. Luka Doncic's out there with Jalen Williams. And it's Mr. Clutch. And it's Morant in at the point guard position.
And we've got a collection of the greatest players in the world here. I mean, and playing in an event where they can really let it all hang out.
And that's exactly why we always come away with such great memories. I mean, because they really do try to give the fans as many highlights as possible. And they are the best players in the world.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Well, I don't think there's any question about it. They came focused and ready to play. I mean, they're doing everything they can to put things in their favor. You earn that, and they're actually earning it well right now.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Throws it from outside.
In the first half of his season, boy, how special has it been? He has been on a rampage.
Yeah, and he's got tremendous talent, and when he's fully healthy and engaged, I mean, he's really impossible to stop. That's what we've been seeing this year from him.
Runs in the pass, the ball. And Ball slams it in.
Ball exploding off the floor for a big slam. Young fella's got some pretty good hops on it.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Rebound by the East All-Stars.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
And that one's good.
Towns attacks the basket with such a ferocity and never give up attitude. I love that about him, guys. You know, at the end of the day, size does matter, especially on the glass.
Here's Ben Carroll. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. Here's Mr. Clutch. Good if it goes. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. In a high-scoring first quarter, both teams really filling it up. West All-Stars out in front, leading by just 2. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment. Back with you again on the most entertaining night on the NBA calendar. 1 quarter down and 3 to play in the All-Star game.
And you can see these players now starting to get into a rhythm. Should see a lot better flow to the game here in the second quarter.
That's usually the case. I mean, it takes some time to gel with your teammates at the All-Star game.
Barnes out there with Franz Wagner. Then it's Cade Cunningham. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Brunson in at the 1. So that's the 5 in the game for the East All-Stars.
And, you know, the officials not giving their whistles much of a workout here tonight. Very few fouls being called.
And most of that, Greg, is because they're not playing full-force defense. I mean, you're never going to see as much contact around the bucket in this game as you would ordinarily.
And it's Towns missing. The West leading by 5. Wembanyama, a screen on Cunningham. Outside for KD. Here's Mr. Clutch, covered by Cunningham.
And really a surprising amount of defense being played here tonight.
There really is. I mean, what's gotten into these guys? Usually it's all offense all the time in this game. I like that they're going at it like this. It looks more realistic.
Brunson, and no good. Good defense by Wembanyama. Here's Mr. Clutch. And the 3 off target.
Not sure why he keeps trying his luck from deep here. It's just not his night.
Here's Brunson. And he gets that one to go off the front iron.
Great jumper there from Brunson, living off that mid-range.
Here's Mr. Clutch. He's got 5. Launches it. Nailed from three-point land. Mr. Clutch has got 8 points.
Hey, in today's NBA game, I think you have to stretch the floor if you're going to be competitive and give yourself the best chance to win. They have loads of confidence from three-point land right now.
The real come at us, and we're coming right. Back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Six on the shot clock. Driving in. And the rejection by Towns.
But that means Towns is going to get his fair share of block shots. There's no doubt about that.
Wagner against Durant. Here's Barnes. And the rebound goes to the West All-Stars. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Here's Mr. Clutch. Brunson covering. Holmgren with a screen on Brunson. Holmgren can't hit. The East trail by 3.
2 minutes, 2.
Wagner on the wing. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time. Well, he's certainly seen his share of the ball tonight.
I would say maybe more than his fair share. I mean, he's not going to make too many friends out there if he's not willing to spread that sugar a little bit.
A big group substitution here for the East. Adebayo is checked in for Towns. Paolo Banchero comes in for Barnes. Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Wagner. And Halliburton subbed in for Cunningham. The West All-Stars also changing it up. Jokic, he's checked in for Chet Holmgren. Jaden Ivey comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Morant in for Luka Doncic. Here's Mr. Clutch. Hits it from three-point range. Mr. Clutch has got 11 points.
And 2 more three-point field goals for him here in the second quarter. Somebody had better get a hand up.
Halliburton outside. Banchero with the screen. Shot from 12. And Jokic with the rebound. The West leading by 6. Morant outside. Pass to Mr. Clutch. Jokic with it. A 3-ball. And it's Halliburton with the rebound.
And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive driving the basketball, settling far too much for jumpers.
Yeah, that's a good observation on your part. Fewer free throw attempts for them this quarter. And the danger is they can't afford to get too comfortable out there because they've got the lead. Otherwise, it might start to get away from them.
The tray. And Wembanyama passes to Ivey. The putback. It's good on the putback. And the West leads by 5.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
Outside Tatum. Adebayo with the screen on Ivey. Tatum no good. Here's Mr. Clutch. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
How about that one? A perfect finish to the half for them to tack another 3 points onto their lead.
And so it's the West All-Stars in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. From beyond the arc, they've been absolutely tremendous. We'll return shortly. And it's time to strap in as we get set to bring you the explosive action of the second half of the All-Star game.
Yeah.
All-Stars with some changes. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Jason Tatum. Franz Wagner comes in for Ball. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Halliburton. So an almost entirely new group now for the West. Victor Wembanyama is checked in for Jokic. Holmgren comes in for Jalen Williams. Doncic is checked in for Jaden Ivey. And it's Mr. Clutch in for John Morant. And the West All-Stars, looking at who they've got. Chet Holmgren out there with Victor Wembanyama. And it's Durant. And it's Mr. Clutch. And it's Doncic in at the 2-guard.
And not as many turnovers as we often get in this game. So good to see both teams taking care of the ball.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, surprisingly, very well controlled for the most part. Sometimes things get a little wild out there, but not so here.
An outstanding shot blocker. It's not just about Holmgren's length. It's about his positioning as well.
And now let's take a look again at that incredible rejection.
And that block might serve as a spark for this team. We'll see if it can ignite them.
The East making a switch. Barnes is checked in.
And, you know, the fan voting is what determines the starters in the All-Star game. Then the coaches will decide on the reserves. But either way, whether you're picked by the fans or the coaches,
earning the title NBA All-Star. And that's an honor none of these players will ever forget.
And here's Wembanyama. He'll bring it up for the West. Down by 12. Here's Mr. Clutch. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And so far going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
The West All-Stars have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line. That's good for Mr. Clutch. Here's Cunningham. 10 points for him. Jacks up a three. West All-Stars with the rebound. Wembanyama's got 9 rebounds now tonight. And so it's the East All-Stars. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. And they've created a bunch of turnovers with that terrific D. Don't go. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Adebayo's checked in for Towns. Mr. Clutch is checked in for the West. Morant against Brunson. Good ball movement here by the East. Back to Halliburton. Oh, good on the triple. The West trails by 11. Bam Adebayo is out there with Jason Tatum. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then it's Franz Wagner. And it's Halliburton in at the shooting guard position. So that's the 5 in the game for the East All-Stars.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Here's Mr. Clutch. Good, and the nice assist from Morant. Morant's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Brunson outside. Pass to Wagner. Tatum deciding where to go with it. Lock at 6. Shoots over Holmgren. Tatum no good. And the West All-Stars with possession. Fires the 3. Mr. Clutch's shot is off. The East leading by 11. Pass to Halliburton. Back to Tatum. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
Well, most games he can knock it down from deep, but it just isn't there for him in this one. Guys, this hasn't been his quarter. I mean, to me, he just doesn't look completely comfortable or confident.
Loads it up for Adebayo. And it's Adebayo. They say it was last touched by Brunson.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
And so Chauncey Billups calls for the timeout. He's very aware of the timing here and the significance of getting things squared away with his team. And the East All-Star. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Wembanyama against Barnes. shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on Victor Wembanyama.
Look how ready Barnes is to play physically. He insists on finishing his motion.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the East All-Stars.
I like the fact that they've been very aggressive at the defensive end, tenacious. They're jumping passing lanes and coming away with a lot of steals.
And another thing they've really excelled at tonight is protecting the rim. Shooters keep getting their shots swatted away by this squad.
And he knocks down the first one. And over the last few years, Clark, we have seen an explosion of talent from Canada.
Tell you what, you go back to the mid-2000s, Steve Nash is winning those back-to-back MVPs. That's certainly part of it, but I really think a generation of players picked up the game, seeing guys like Steve Nash, and then the influx of great Canadian collegiate players going on to NBA success has certainly continued to keep that pipeline going.
And Barnes, an all-around threat, a good scorer, aggressive rebounder, a solid passer, and more than capable defensively. And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
Back to Brunson. Here's Maxey. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
That's where Maxey's at his best. He wants to get the ball inside.
Here's Mr. Clutch. 43 seconds left in the fourth. The shot will not fall.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Wagner kicks to Brunson. Takes the three. Trains the three-pointer.
And it's just completing. You know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
We've got 13 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 5 on the clock. Here's Mr. Clutch. Three-pointer, and it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over.
Substitution on the court.
Now Maxey. So it's the East All-Stars winning this one easily.
And guys, while the result and the bragging rights go to the East, this was truly a night that belonged to the fans. I mean, it was another great showcase of the world-class talent across the NBA.
It seems to get better and better every year, doesn't it, Greg? Huh? So fun to watch. It was certainly a fun evening. We thank all of you for joining us and watching with us. For Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. We'll see you again next time.
This is anyone's game tonight.
Game time. Let's get it, MP. Feeling you, MP. Man, the air really is thinner up here. Hope you've been right. Fans live for games like this.
Always a big home court advantage here in the Mile High City, and the Nuggets will look to use it as they get ready to take the court. And a happy Thursday evening to you folks. Hope you're ready for some NBA action here on 2K. Well, Grant, what should we expect in a veteran-heavy matchup like this?
You know, BA, it typically means we'll get a clean game. These guys have been around for a while and know how to take care of the basketball.
And a few games ago, we talked about MP's desire to be seen as a highly competitive team on the road this season. This is MP's mantra right now.
Yeah, bottom line, winning games on the road is tough. The travel, accommodations, playing in a hostile environment. But that said, no one asked MP to make the statement he did. He threw down the gauntlet and said they dominate away from home. Well, that hasn't quite happened at all. So,
he packs it down!
That is incredible. Staying active. Jokic is one of the best offensive rebounders in the game.
Impressive looks on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's Mr. Clutch.
Hey, man. Everybody stand up if you ever had your back against.